This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're here at the MicroCap Conference 2016 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With me right now is Alex Agius and Joe Lanni from Distinct Infrastructure Group. It's a publicly traded company with the symbol DUG on the TSX Venture. Guys, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, for this interview, before I get into some more questions, I'd like to start off with an overview of the company. Joe, you want to take this, and
Sure,
Alex, you want to follow?
Yeah, no problem. So it actually started more than 16 years ago. That's when Alex and I first met. We worked together.
College, right? No.
And, unfortunately, neither one of us finished university. But we worked in the field, worked our way up from the trenches into different management positions, then eventually into different executive positions at different companies. And then in 2007, we had a conversation, decided it's time to start doing it for ourselves and stop doing it for other people. So we literally started Distinct Infrastructure Group out of the garage of my house. A couple guys in a truck. Today we're almost 400 employees across Canada and expanding very rapidly. We're a full turnkey service organization, servicing anybody that owns a network, whether it be communication, telecommunication, or power. We work for utilities, we work for communication companies as well as governments. We offer a full suite of services from conception to completion, including survey, design, engineering, construction, and then we'll service and maintain the networks after the fact as well.
So, based on what you just said and some of my research, you guys are basically a one-stop shop for infrastructure needs.
Exactly.
Am I right, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. We also like to refer to it as one throat to choke for our customers.
So tell me a little bit about each of the industries in particular, and what maybe was like the beginning focus, and what got you to where then you brought in more offerings.
Sure. So we'll service, like I said, anybody that owns a network. But our bread and butter is related to communications and telecommunications. And we work on the day-to-day services that they require for their networks, whether it's service and maintenance. We'll splice copper, fiber, cable TV. We'll also do power as well. We'll place cables, we'll directional drill, we'll trench, we'll place manholes, we'll place poles, we'll design and engineer any part of that network as well. And we'll run cable into and throughout a building as well, and run fiber or cable right into a suite.
And what markets are you currently serving?
So, like I said, our bread and butter is the communication and telecommunication sectors. So our biggest customers are the large telcos and communication companies in North America. Right now, we've grown the business in the last 10 years on that day-to-day services that they require. But the real growth opportunity for us is this race to get fiber to the home. That's where the incredible amount of opportunity and growth potential is for us going into the future.
So, what I also want to know then is the company's competitive advantage, because it seems like you guys have, well, not seems, you have everything under one roof.
Exactly. Yeah.
So would you say that's the competitive advantage, and also the service that you deliver? You tell me, I'm just guessing.
No, actually, you hit one of the nails on the head, but there's a couple others. So it's about people, process, and the ability to execute. And people, we have 370 well-trained people across Canada that can do anything from dig a trench to place cable to splice a live network and splice new cables without interrupting existing customers or interrupting the service. So wide range of services that we can complete, wide range of skill sets that our people have in-house. 80% of the work that we complete is done with our own forces. 20% is done with subcontractors, and typically we only use subcontractors for peaks or for specialized services that we don't do internally. Process we have internally developed within our organization, and something Alex and I have done over the last 6 years, unique to us. It's a process that's automated with software that allows us to control the flow of work throughout our organization. And what this does for our customers, and the competitive advantage it creates for us, is that our customers can call into our control center and in real time get the status of their projects, whereas with our competitors, sometimes they're waiting hours, if not days, to get that same type of information. So when you talk about these high priority projects and initiatives, the customer really needs that information to make some key decisions. But as operators, what it does for our business is it allows us to schedule the work and resources appropriately to make sure that we're maximizing the efficiency of how we execute on our work.
So what's the sales process like, and how do you go out and get new business? Do you want to take?
Sure. I mean, I got to jump in here once in a while. The reality is that, the business has been really not required sales. I mean, Joe and I have really been the face of the company, but at the end of the day, it comes down to our services and the ability to execute work. And our success is really on completing work on time. You're as good as your last job in this business. The ability to have the right crews in the field, like Joe mentioned, the safety is a big aspect of how we do the work. but the ability to deliver the product on time. And that really, as you complete work, generates the next job. And your success on completing on time is really the success of the business itself.
Yeah, so basically that just leads to, it sells itself, the service.
And up to about 2 years ago, we haven't had any business development people really put any effort into the company until we started looking at expanding the business and looking outside of the normal workforce that we have today.
Because you work with municipalities, so they want to make sure, like if you worked with one, you completed the project, that ultimately leads to the next one being like, okay, these guys.
Exactly. But really for us, our main customers and the majority of our revenue comes through MSA type work.
Oh, okay.
So master service agreements. We're not bidding on work on a regular basis. With our master service agreements, all the commercial terms are laid out with our clients. All the health and safety requirements, all the commercial details are worked out, including our pricing. So once that pricing is structured and within an MSA, the customer is allowed to hand us work just based on a PO. They're not waiting for us to price the work before they can give it to us. So it really comes down to capability and capacity to complete the work within their timelines. And the better you're executing, the better you can meet those timelines, the more work you get. So for us, we've been very successful with that, thanks to our control center and some of the other initiatives that we put in internally within our organization. It's the culture that we built that service the customer. First and foremost, that is the goal within our organization. So we meet our customers' timelines. We've never failed a customer in the last 10 years. And what it does for us is it just, as long as the reputation and the quality is there, the customers just keep giving us work based on our ability to complete the work.
So from what you guys can tell me, what are some of the goals and milestones for the company moving, for the rest of 2016 and then moving ahead to 2017? Alex?
Well, I think we've built a great company. And the reality is we're looking at the macro availability and what's happening today. When you think of Netflix and you think of 4K TV and the broadband requirements that are going to be in demand for these clients of ours to be able to deliver a great product. For us, it's looking at all these opportunities with the fiber deployment, like Joe mentioned earlier. The fiber to home is a big initiative that's come rolling out. There's the reality that the infrastructures that these telecom groups and even the municipalities, it's just not there. And these programs are going to continue to come out. And for us, we've always been the sort of company that's only ever taken and basically eaten what we can kill. We don't overcommit on the work, so we want to keep that same philosophy as we continue to scale and grow this business. We're not looking to take on very large projects and be sort of a one-hit wonder. What we're looking at is to, as we continue to strategically look at our future, is to be able to deploy into these areas, but look at the long-term goal. You know, today a big chunk of our business is really providing that day-to-day service, the ability to do maintenance as well. That's a big fundamental part of our long-term goals, is to make sure that we have some reoccurring revenue available. I mean, it's great to build this big company and large mass of employees, but the reality is that we want to have that reoccurring revenue. We want to have a program where we're going to continue to service a client beyond these initiatives. And as these initiatives continue to come out, the broadband requirements are going to continue to grow with them.
So where can our audience go and find more information about the company? This is the hardest question, by the way.
So they're more than welcome to visit our website at www.DIGinc.ca or DIGINC.ca, or they're more than welcome to call into our office and look for Alex and myself, where they're on a regular basis, and we're not shy and available to pick up the phone whenever we need to.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're here at the MicroCap Conference 2016 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. With me again has been Alex Agius and Joe Lanni from Distinct Infrastructure Group, publicly traded company with the symbol DUG on the TSX Venture. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.